Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's sessions. Hope everyone is doing fine in this pandemic crisis. My name is Ruslawati Yahya from Manpower and Social Statistics Division, Department of Statistics Malaysia. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome all of you to Parallel Session 2 with the theme Integrated Statistics for Strengthening Statistical System, MISTATS 2020. The 7th Malaysia Statistics Conference, MISTATS 2020, is a joint organized conference between Department of Statistics, DOSM, Malaysia Institute of Statistics, ISM, and Bank Negara Malaysia with the theme Sensor Shapes Nation's Future. There are 3 sub-themes aligned with the 7th conference, and our sessions focus on theme 2, which is Integrated Statistics for Strengthening Statistical System, Linking and Integrating of Primary and Administrative Data has the potential to contribute to the development of high quality and impactful statistics. In response to demand, it is a need to investigate various sources, challenges, and framework, practice, and experience to establish integrated production and reporting system. It is my great pleasure to introduce our presenter for this parallel session to see. There are 3 presenters in this session. First presenter, Ms. Nur Azah Afnan binti Hanafi from Department of Statistics Malaysia. She obtained her Bachelor in Accounting with honors from UUM. She joined DOSM since 2005 and now in charge as a focal person in coordinating Sustainable Development Goal (SDG) indicators as well as social statistics. Second presenter, Mr. Lee Xiu Ming, PhD in Economics at USM, is a senior analyst, social economics and statistics program at the Institute Malaysia. His professional experience include working for an export promotion agency under the Ministry of Plantation Industry and Commodities and an investment program agency and investment promotion agency of the Penang State Government. His interests include international economics, business economics, economic development, and policy analysis. And the last presenter, Mr. Lim Bauman, he is currently pursuing his PhD of Science Statistics at University Science Malaysia. He obtained his diploma from UPSI, Bachelor from UNICEF, and Master from USM in year 2018. His main research area is panel data analysis. He hopes to keep in acquiring knowledge on mathematics and statistics through the process of learning and teaching. Ladies and gentlemen, please be informed that this session will be conducted in 1 hour and 50 minutes. Presenter will be allocated 50 minutes for presentation and 50 minutes for Q&A at the end of the sessions. Okay, now may I allow our first presenter, Ms. Azah, to present her paper which is the challenges and solution of Sustainable Development Goal (SDG) data, coordination and integration in Malaysia. Ms. Azah, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Puan Roslawati. Hold on, I will share my slide. Okay, Puan Roslawati, can you hear me?
Yeah, of course, I can hear you, Miss Azhar.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, Puan Roslawati, Madam Moderator. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. Okay, my name is Nur Azhar Afnan binti Hanafi from Manpower and Social Statistic Division, Department of Statistics, Malaysia. Okay, first of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the Secretary of MyStat Conference for choosing our paper to be presented today. My team members who has contributed to this paper are Ms. Nur Izzati, Encik Muhammad Amin and Puan Zaidatul Azrim. Well, the theme for this session is Integrated Statistics for Strengthening Statistical System. Well, our paper today will discuss the challenges and solution of SDG data coordination and integration in Malaysia. Well, my other presentation for today will cover introduction, where in the introduction, I will explain regarding the SDG governance in Malaysia and also the DOSM rules and activities so far. The second one is challenges and solution of Sustainable Development Goal SDG data coordination and integration. And the last one is the conclusion. Okay, Malaysia together with 193 United Member States has expressed its commitment to support and implement the 2030 Agenda for SDG at the United States General Assembly in New York on September 2015. Well, upon that, Malaysia has established National SDG Council chaired by Prime Minister to plan and monitor the SDG implementation of the country. Well, it consists of multi-stakeholder and participatory governance structure. Well, the council is supported by National Steering Committee (NSC), chaired by the General Director of Economic Planning Unit (EPU), which is tasked to formulate SDG roadmap, monitor progress of targets, identify issues, and report to National SDG Council. Meanwhile, Department of Statistics Malaysia (DOSM) has been tasked as the focal point in the development of SDG indicators. So, as the focal point in the SDG development, DOSM has established SDG Task Force on 28 August 2017, which efficiently driven by 5 working committee clusters from respective division. Well, the function of the task force is to identify and establish a strategic technical framework between DOSM and other ministries agencies involved in the development of SDG indicators, as well as to review the development of SDG indicators for the purpose of research, planning and policy formulation by the government. What DOSM has done so far? So, DOSM has conducted the SDG indicator assessment and studies on data readiness and gap analysis, as well as undertake a mapping exercise with government plans and policies in 2017 and 18 involving agencies as a data owner. In December 2018, DOSM has published the initial assessment of Sustainable Development Goals Indicator 2018, which we already mapped to the 11 MP. And this publication presents the status of indicator, source of data, disaggregation level, and also frequency of data. Well, in 2000, and this report also presents 118 indicators or 48% as available. In 2019, DOSM has published our first or the Malaysia first SDG indicator publication, which is the Sustainable Development Goal SDG Indicators Malaysia 2018, which contains 99 available indicators and highlighted the national progress being made toward the 2030 Agenda for SDG. Okay, Malaysia also has launched the National SDG Progress Monitoring System as one-stop center visualization dashboard on March 2019, with full support from United Nations country team. Well, the dashboard contains 81 statistical indicators. Well, this platform will facilitate government agencies, academia, and researchers to conduct deep analysis regarding the SDG achievement. For the current progress, progressing well in the indicators development, currently there are 122 available indicators, whereby 25% of the indicators are produced by DOSM, and the remaining 75% are from other ministry agencies as shown in chart 1. Well, the final number of available indicators for 2019 is subject from feedback given by ministries and agencies. And DOSM will publish our next SDG indicator publication in November 2020. So, Okay, this is the second part of my presentation, the challenges and solution of SDG coordination and integration. So we go for the definition. So coordinate means to bring the different elements of a complex activity or organization into harmonious or efficient relationship. While integrate means combine one thing with another to form a whole. Thus, it is important to have a strong, coordinated, and integrated statistical system, especially in developing and monitoring the SDG for the nation. The integrated statistical system can resolve many problems by avoiding duplications of effort, preventing the release of conflicting statistics, and ensuring the best of use of resources. Furthermore, the standardized concept, definition, and classification will allow more systematic data collection across sources. So the challenges for data collection integration in Malaysia can be divided into four. The first one is metadata. The second one is data disaggregation. The third one is limitation use of administrative and survey data. And the last one is lack of data sources from unofficial data. So what is actually a metadata? Metadata is actually consists of definition, concept, and methodology of the indicators. So based on OECD, metadata is data that defines and describes other data. Meanwhile, ISO standard define metadata as data that defines and describes other data and processes. So the compilation of SDG indicator involve multiple agencies. There are about 28 agencies involved in the data collection process. Hence, data collection has to be carried out in a structured and well-mannered and well-planned manner. Well, in order to prepare the SDG indicators, DOSM has to scrutinize the metadata and the methodology used by the agencies to ensure the data is comparable and reliable. DOSM will propose the indicator as proxy indicators to the agencies if the metadata do not match the IAG SDG standard and yet is still be counted as one of SDG indicators. As the focal point for SDG indicator development, DOSM relies a lot at other ministry agencies to provide the SDG indicators. However, lack of understanding towards SDG indicators among the data providers has resulted the agencies unable to provide the data. Thus, engagement session and capacity building are crucial to assist agencies to have a better understanding regarding the SDG indicators. DOSM also has engaged with United Nations country teams, UNSCT, for technical assistance in developing partially available and not available indicators. Okay, my next point is data disaggregation. So to properly committing for the 2030 agenda, the statistics need to be presented for different population groups and geographical areas. The principle of data disaggregated stated by IAG the SDG indicator should be disaggregated where relevant by income, gender, age, race, and ethnicity, migratory status, disability, and geographic location, or other characteristics in accordance with the fundamental principle of official statistics. Based on the SDG indicator Malaysia 2018, only 59.3% indicators with data disaggregation, which is 48 out of 81 statistical indicators. Divided by type of disaggregation, there are 53.1% of indicators by location, 11.1% by gender, 4.9% by age, and 2.5% by disability status. Thus, to enhance the disaggregation of indicators to achieving 2030 agenda, it is important to strengthen the usage of existing administrative data as well as survey data. In addition, it is also crucial to have a frequent engagement with related agencies to develop understanding regarding the indicator and discuss the disaggregation of the existing available indicator. Well, besides administrative data and survey data, census data also become one of the major sources for SDG indicator development. It captures a wide spectrum of country population data and characteristics, as well as other variables such as housing, income, sanitation. Malaysia Population and Housing Census, DOSM is currently conducted Malaysia Population and Housing Census 2020 from 7 July 2020 until 6 February 2021. While the questionnaire consists of 108 questions, covers 9 sections, and there are 7 new parameters in Census 2020 question, namely health, distance and access to basic facilities, crime prevention, road safety, social relations, active lifestyle, environment, and senior citizens. Well, to support the commitment towards 2030 agenda, SDG parameter also included in the questionnaire. Among the SDG parameter are SDG 9.1.1, proportion of the rural population fully within 2 km of all season road, and SDG 16.1.4, proportion of population that feel safe walking alone around their live. So the outcome from the 2020 census can be used to measure the SDG and act as a baseline for SDG indicator, even though the data only available for in 10 years period. So my third point is limitation use of administrative and survey data. So survey data will not be sufficient to compile all SDG indicator, and so thus it will require the use and integration of administrative data, which is most likely from third-party agencies. So since the SDG present vision of transparent world in 2030, the idea of holistic data ecosystem using unofficial data has often been raised up. So this practice is expected to grow as statistical agencies are now looking beyond survey and administrative data. It has been pointed out that big data will be one of the useful source for compilation of official statistics. Big data also have the potential to produce more relevant, more timely statistics than traditional sources or official statistics such as survey and administrative data sources. So among big data sources are like mobile data, social media, satellite imaging, and commercial transaction. Okay, so for instance, the data from mobile operator database can help to determine population location, which is essential during disasters such as flood. The information can be used by the government to plan aid distribution and estimate the number of people affected. So the SDG indicator involved are 1.5.1, 11.5.1, 13.1.1, which is number of deaths, missing person, and directly affected person attributed to disaster per 100,000 population. Okay, and my last point is lack of data sources from unofficial data. So currently, DOSM are compiling the SDG indicators using the data only from the administrative data from agency and also from the survey. So to enhance the data sources, collaboration between DOSM and new actor can be beneficial to improve data availability. New actor we refer to non-government organization NGO, civil society organization CSO, academia and private sector who can contribute unofficial data to SDG indicator development. So through the engagement, all the SDG data can be integrated to produce more holistic SDG database. And the SDG program conductor also can be coordinated with the cooperation of government agencies and others. This will definitely reduce the cost and will bring more impact to the community. So, for example, Statistics Netherlands has used the data from NGO to measure progress on SDG 5 and SDG 16, while Uruguay used gender statistics from civil society organization to report on SDG 3. And for my conclusion, integration of data, which is official and non-official data, is crucial to produce more available SDG indicators, which will assist government to measure the country position towards achieving SDGs. The national statistical system needs to strengthen and develop its capacities to process, validate, and classify data from alternative sources to ensure the achievement of SDG. Okay. The variety of data coming from government agencies, private sectors, and NGO will be an input to the holistic planning and policy making, which will cover all aspects and people, and thus will put Malaysia on the right track in achieving Agenda 2030. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Azhar, for the interesting paper regarding to SDG data coordination and integration in Malaysia.
Okay, that's all, Puan Ros.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Azhar, for the interesting paper regarding the SDG indicators, coordination and integration in Malaysia. As we know, Malaysia has committed to implement the Agenda 2030 at the United Nations in 25th September 2015. And DOSM also published the initial assessment SDG indicators 2018 and in progress to produce SDG report 2019 at the end of this year. And National Statistics System has to integrate and official and non-official data to produce more SDG indicators. Hopefully, Ms. Azhar. Okay, now we move to the second presenter, Mr. Lee Siew Ming. His paper is about determinants of Malaysia's export